So back in March, when this whole lockdown episode started and along came this work from home culture, as an IT professional I also had to dive in, but I wanted to make this experience more exciting. So basically I want a new speaker. Now I already own a 2.1 speaker on my desk, but that is more of a immovable solution. I wanted something more flexible so I can take it to any spot in my house and work from there. Now I had few criterias in my mind. I didn't want any tiny speaker or slightly better than tiny speaker. So I wanted the best possible sound output at the smallest possible form factor. So as the popular choices go, JBL Flip series was already on my mind, but those were a bit on the expensive side. So I didn't want to shell out my money without doing some research. So when I looked around, I saw quite a few options, and there was one option from Tribit in the same form factor. Now those who don't know, I bought Tribit X3 Tune last year and instantly they became my favorite Bluetooth over the ear headphone. So I know that Tribit knows what they are doing with their audio devices. So I thought, let's try this thing. So this is Tribit Stormbox. Now I have used this speaker for last 3 weeks, and although it has its fair share of cons, but just because of its sound output, I can say I didn't make a bad decision. Hey everyone, my name is Parth, you're watching InfoPel, and let's get started.
Close my eyes and then I count to 10.
So if you start by looking around the device, the whole device is wrapped around with a fabric mesh with an accent of rubber strip going around it. So in the front you get volume up and down button along with play pause. In the back you get power button along with the battery indicator, and there is a button to pair Bluetooth devices, and also there is this exclusive X bus button which I'll talk about later. Right below that you get a rubber flap under which there is aux port and the micro USB port for charging. The overall design is quite sleek and stealthy. If not for the front buttons which screams at your face, it would have been minimalistic too. Now the good thing about the build quality is it is built quite solid and robust. It almost built like a tank. Also the accent of the rubber strip does not let the speaker skid on the desk. The buttons on the front are quite tactile and large, so even if you are busy with something else, you don't have to fiddle around with them. Now I can't say the same thing about the buttons which are on the back. Those are really hard to press and also not tactile. The rubber flap which houses the aux port and the micro USB port are really hard to remove. But the good thing is it adds to the point that this speaker is IPX7 rated, so you can drop this thing into the water. Now talking about the form factor, the overall size is like a half a liter bottle, so you can carry this thing in the bottle holder pocket of your backpack. However, this thing is quite hefty at 775 grams. Now one more advantage that this speaker has, that you can actually make this speaker stand vertically, so it takes a much less space on your desk.
He's not kissing me the same way.
Now this speaker comes with Bluetooth 4.2 and it has SBC codec. The good thing is it connects really fast and the connection is also quite stable. The problem is the connection does not extend much far. It is okay till the next room, but if you are going anywhere beyond that, there will be disturbance in the connection. Now this is a minor issue, but there are two major issues with this device. One of them is audio lag. So if you are watching any video online, there will be an audio latency for about quarter second. And the second thing is the auto shut off feature. It's good, it has that. The bad is it auto shuts off very fast. So if you are not playing anything for 5 or 10 minutes, although I have not clocked it properly, it shuts off. So basically the experience becomes quite annoying if you have to restart the speaker again and again. Also another weird thing is I was not able to control the speaker volume with my Windows multimedia buttons. I was able to do that with the volume rockers on my phone, but for some unknown reason it was not responding to the Windows keys. Now another feature that you get with this device is you can actually pair another Tribit Stormbox along with it and make a stereo effect. Just saying, if you are interested.
But what goes up must come down. When I wake up, it is still the same.
Now the battery life of this speaker is quite good. It comes with a 2600 mAh battery and claims to give a battery life of 20 hours. But in my usage, I have got around 15 to 16 hours of battery life with almost full volume. Now the charging time is quite tedious. It takes about 4 hours if you are charging with a standard 5V 2A charger, but I think that is quite standard. Although I would have definitely appreciated if there was some kind of fast charging or USB Type-C in this device. Now let's talk about the most important and the impressive thing of this speaker, the sound quality. Now on paper it does say that it is a 24-watt speaker, but in reality it has two 12-watt speakers and two 45mm radiators. Now the speakers are oriented in such a way you get a 360-degree sound. Now don't confuse this 360-degree sound with some kind of surround sound or immersive experience. It is just the way this speaker projects the sound. So even if you put the speaker on the side, you will hear no difference in the sound quality. The volume of the speaker is also quite loud. Now this is loud enough for a small room or hall, for a small house party, even for the road trip in a large vehicle. But it is not loud enough for open area parties. So if you're planning like that, this is not the thing to get. Now talking about the actual sound quality, that is where this speaker makes the mark. This has a quite clear and punchy bass. So if you are listening to something with beats, you will definitely enjoy this. Now this doesn't come with a thumping bass or something that will vibrate your desk, but the bass is quite clear, so you can differentiate between different instruments. Also the area where it shines most is the mids. The vocals are really clear. I listen to a lot of podcasts and Indian music, and it's definitely more enjoyable in this speaker. The highs are also very clear. It does not get suppressed by the punchy bass. Now just talking about the Express feature, although I have not noticed any kind of difference in the lower volumes, yes, there is some effect in the higher volumes, but I was not using that feature that much. I like the sound quality as it is. Now to conclude, this speaker is plagued with a lot of problems like audio latency or not so tactile back buttons and very quick auto shut off feature, so you have to restart the speaker again and again. But where this speaker actually hits the bullseye is with the sound quality. So if you are someone who listens to a lot of podcasts or Indian music or lo-fi or hip hop or jazz, this speaker is for you. Now the sound quality is great for watching movies or online shows, but because of its audio latency problem, it kind of holds it back. Now I have not compared it with any other speaker of this form factor or anything that comes in this price point, but just for the sound quality of this speaker, I can recommend this speaker to anyone. Also please let me know in the comments if you want to see any comparison of this speaker with something else. Anyway, that's all for this video. Until next time, this is Parth signing off from InfoPal, and I'll see you in the next video.